Hi guys, this is FD for Sage5.tv once more back with another video, and today we are going to be dropping you yet more alpha from a channel that brings you alpha week in, week out, alpha that you don't tend to get from any other channel. Yes, the subject matter or the content might be linked or connected or similar, but it's the way we do our own research so that we can provide our community and followers peace of mind. So the alpha we're going to be dropping today is on Stargate Finance, the first dApp developed by the Layer 0 Labs team or the Layer 0 team. So described as an Omnichain native asset bridge, Stargate is designed to solve the blockchain trilemma, which says that no blockchain can be decentralized, secure, and scale simultaneously. Developed by Layer 0 Labs, Stargate is an Omnichain protocol which helps the crypto networks to interoperate. With Stargate, users can transfer and swap their assets between different blockchains, Layer 2 networks, and decentralized applications almost instantly. Crypto assets on Stargate can also move between different liquidity pools on various decentralized finance or DeFi protocols and dApps. The Stargate protocol supports transfers between 8 chains as follows. You got the Ethereum blockchain, Avalanche, Polygon, Metis, BNB chain, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Phantom. Let's give a brief overview of Stargate's value proposition. First and foremost, it offers cross-chain transfer via its native bridge. Users can perform single transaction swaps on Stargate. Profit-making features available to Stargate users include users being able to supply liquidity to pools. Users can also stake assets to secure the network while earning rewards, as well as farming other tokens. And let's not forget that Stargate transfers have instant guaranteed finality. And here are some of the use cases for Stargate. Ticker symbol STG. Users can supply liquidity pools. They can stake their assets to secure the network while earning rewards. They can farm tokens to earn rewards. Stargate also offers single transaction swaps on its Omnichain native asset bridge. When it comes to Stargate's transaction fees, each non-STG transfer through the Stargate protocol will incur a 6 basis points fee, and the fee allocation is broken down as follows. You got protocol treasury 4 basis points, VESTG holders. VESTG is the voting escrow token for Stargate, is 1 basis point. The protocol utilizes a time-weighted reward system that increases the amount of VESTG earned by stakers as they lock it for longer periods. So the longer you stake, the more VESTG you earn. Liquidity providers, they are allocated 1 basis points. Here, bear in mind, we're still talking about the Stargate transaction fees that are earned through the protocol and how they are distributed to those who participate within the Stargate protocol. So liquidity providers, like I've already said, is 1 basis point. If there are emissions on the source pool for a transfer, this fee is reverted to the protocol. This fee structure was voted on in Stargate improvement proposal value accrual for STG stakers. So there is actually a good economic model embedded within Stargate to incentivize holding and staking STG tokens. I think that's a good feature and it's good to know as well. Now let's jump into some of the tokenomics for Stargate. Ticker symbol STG, token supply 1 billion, circulating supply 178.93 million tokens in circulation at the point at which we are recording this video, which is equivalent to 18%. Token allocation, the STG token was allocated as follows. Co-contributors 17.5%, investors 17.5%, community allocation 65%, which is broken down as follows. You got 15% which was allocated for the Stargate protocol launch, 10% was allocated for launch auction, 5% STG to USDC pool on Cave Finance, 15.95% allocated for bonding Cave and post-launch, 2.11% initial emissions program, 1.55% allocated to DEX liquidity, and the rest, that is 30.39% of the community allocation, is dedicated for future community initiatives. Inside the token allocation, according to our own analysis, is coming up to 35%, which is right at the top end of our threshold. Our threshold is at 30%. Our DYO, our toolkit, is so flexible such that we can actually stretch the insider token allocation up to 45% for the purposes of allocating scores when we get to the scoring. Now, as part of our DYO, our risk evaluation, some of the things we do look into are the trilemma, for example, which is your decentralization, scaling, and security, among the other 13 elements. So the 13 elements are as follows. You got decentralization, scaling, security, interoperability, the project team, edge of the project, use cases, as well as the tokenomics and the project team. When it comes to tokenomics, there are 4 areas we look into. We are looking at tokens issued at project launch, tokens in circulation at the point of recording the video, maximum tokens available, is there a hard cap, as well as insider token allocation. All those things, they do impact a user's investment. Again, guys, this is not investment advice. These are just my own opinions. If you do indeed plan to seek investment advice, I will urge you to seek someone who's trying to give you financial advice. Anyway, coming back to the 13 elements that form part of our DYO, our risk toolkit, we start with decentralization. Stargate is entirely governed by the STG token holders via voting escrow. Governance proposals are split between core proposals and protocol proposals, which I think is a good way to approach governance because not all proposals should carry the same weight. So Stargate's core proposals cover changes to the governance process itself and multi-signature. This is for wallets, I'm assuming. Since such proposals impact the governance process, including other structural changes, they tend to carry a higher quorum threshold at 10%, which basically means at a minimum 10% of eligible voters must participate in the voting process for the process to be deemed valid. Otherwise, it will be invalid. In addition, at least 80% of participants must support the core proposals or it won't pass. So, some strong conditions around fundamental changes to the Stargate governance process, which is to be commended. As far as the protocol proposals are concerned, any changes to protocol parameters such as fee structures, unified liquidity pool connections, changes to underlying code, and protocol treasury allocations must meet a quorum threshold of 2.5%, and at least 70% of all voters must back any such proposal. Yeah, you can tell, protocols like Arbitrum are being schooled when it comes to governance with Stargate. I'm not trying to say they are equivalent, but when it comes to governance, Arbitrum made a boo-boo with their governance process. And Stargate, if it's followed to the letter, I think it's a solid governance process. Anyway, so all in all, the process of governing the Stargate protocol is sufficiently decentralized in my own opinion. In addition, by supporting a plethora of blockchains from across the crypto space, Stargate is for a multi-chain future. As far as security is concerned, applications compose Stargate to create native host-chain transactions at the application level, thereby reducing the opportunities for malicious players who wish to exploit user funds, as we have seen with bridges in the recent past. The way bridges operate, they leave plenty of opportunities for malicious players to jump in and attack. But if there is just one single transaction for assets to be transferred from one network to another, then there is no time or link or connection for a malicious player to get in. Stargate also runs one of the largest live bug bounty programs across the industry at up to $15 million, which I believe is in the process of being moved to Immunify. For those who are in the know, Immunify is a reputable bounty program entity well known within the crypto space. It runs bounty programs for a variety of crypto projects within the space. As far as scaling is concerned, the fact that Stargate can support at least 8 blockchains point to a protocol that can adequately scale. So far, we've not heard of any issues with regards to delays in transactions due to high traffic. Stargate also offers instant transaction finality with its unique single-click swap feature. Now onto interoperability. Stargate supports the following chains with more to come. It supports Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon, Metis, BNB Chain, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Phantom. When it comes to social media presence, Stargate has got just over 153,600 Twitter followers and just over 151,200 Discord members. So that's a solid project. It's got high numbers on both platforms, Discord and Twitter. Now onto the project team. Stargate is the first dApp built on Layer 0, built by Layer 0 or Layer 0 Lab, or the team behind Layer 0. The team behind Stargate reportedly has over 39 team members. So that's quite decent. That is a brief overview of Stargate. Any thoughts? Anything you think we should have added? Bear in mind, this is just brief. This is a summary of what Stargate is. Now, as part of our DYOR risk evaluation, we are going to be allocating scores to Stargate as a project, covering those 13 elements. Here is a quick rundown of those 13 elements once more. So we've got decentralization, security, scaling, interoperability, project team, social media present via Twitter as well as via Discord. Age of the project, use cases, tokens issued at project launch, total tokens in circulation at the point of recording the video, maximum tokens available, as well as insider token allocation. Once we've allocated our scores, the scores range from 0 to 10, 0 being the worst or poor, 10 being the best or maximum. We then aggregate the scores, and it is the total or the aggregated total that we then classify under the following risk category. The highest risk is found within the no-go category, which is the level where a project will have scored 0 to 64 points out of 130. The next level up, we call that will go to 0 category. Here the risk is less than the highest risk, which is no-go category. So could go to 0, a project will need to score 65 to 89 points out of 130. Third level up, in terms of improved chances and less risk, you are looking at the potential category, and here a project will need to score 90 to 109 points out of 130. And the least risk, according to our own calculations, is the go for it category, where a project will have scored 110 to 130 points out of 130. So those are the 4 risk categories. The reason why we apply risk, guys, is with any investment, there is always a risk. And while you cannot forecast when when something is going to go wrong, you want to establish a safe space to make your investment. Otherwise, you're just throwing your resources, in this case, cash away. So we apply a risk approach when we are performing our reviews. Mind you, these are not deep dives. These are brief reviews. If you want to perform your own deep dives, you're free to do so. You do not have to follow our approach. You can use your own approach. Here, we are just showing our community and those who are interested in following our channel and follow our content, how we would approach investing into various crypto projects within the space. So let's jump on to the scoring. On decentralization, we gave Stargate 7.5 points out of 10. On security, 5 points out of 10. Scaling, 7.5 points out of 10. Interoperability, 10 points out of 10 because Stargate is designed for interoperability. Project team, 7.5 points out of 10. Social media presence via Twitter, 7.5 points out of 10. Social media via Discord, 7.5 points out of 10. Age of the project, 2.5 points out of 10. Use cases, 7.5 points out of 10. Tokens issued at project launch, 2.5 points out of 10. Tokens in circulation at the point of recording this video, 2.5 points out of 10. Maximum tokens available, Stargate has got a hard cap, therefore we are going to give it 5 points out of 10. Inside the token allocation at 35% or so, we are going to give Stargate 5 points out of 10. So there you have it. Those are the scores we've allocated to Stargate. Do you guys agree? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. And if this is your first time dropping by our channel, please, we ask you to click subscribe to become a subscriber, as well as smash that notification bell in case you miss some of the future coming up alpha that we will be dishing out over the coming weeks and months. So there you have it. The scores we've allocated to Stargate, which gives us a mega total of 77.5 points out of 130. Do you guys agree? Do you think it's a fair assessment of what Stargate is as a crypto project? Let us know in the comment section. For transparency, I do not currently hold the STG token for Stargate, but it's a project I'm following very closely, as in when certain price points are triggered, I shall sure jump in, possibly as part of our public portfolio or in my personal capacity for my own private portfolio. At the time when that happens, we are sure to announce it via Twitter as well as via YouTube. As for you, do you hold Stargate? Do you think it's a project with a future? What other projects do you think are similar to what Stargate is trying to do? Let us know in the comment section. As for now, this is FD for 65.tv signing out for now. Bye guys.